I think every city should have a festival like Jashn-e-Deccan. I think it's a beautiful name. It's a celebration of this whole land of Deccan, where music at one point of time used to be so pristine and so glorious. And it's all thanks to Jawahar Mahi and the KMR Foundation and all their trustees that they've really slogged hard. They've really put their brains and hearts and blood and sweat into organizing all this festival. And right from the beginning, it's all laid out properly. It doesn't feel like this is the first festival. It's like they're pros in organizing music festivals. And I wish them all the best, and wish that this festival continues. And as I said yesterday, I would be there to sing for the 25th Jashn-e-Deccan festival too. When I was really small, say about 3 or 4 years old, my aunt had gifted me a very small toy harmonium, maybe just 1.5 of saptaks. And I started playing the national anthem and whatever nursery rhymes that I was taught in school. And a teacher used to come to teach my sister, and I initially was just listening to their classes, and then eventually I started pointing out mistakes from my sister's learning process. So the teacher said that instead of doing that, why don't you start learning yourself? Which is what we did eventually. I learned light music for about 3-4 years, and I gave my first program when I was 7 years old. Listening to that program and listening to the response to that program, again my mother, because she had a keen sense of music and a keen ear for music, she felt that it's now time to start formally learning classical music. So we finally zeroed on Pandit Gangadhar Bua Pimpalkhare, who was the doyen of Gwalior Gharana, disciple of Vinayak Bua Patwardhan. And he was almost 80 then when we thought of going to him. And initially we went to him, and he flatly refused, saying that he's such a small kid. I don't teach these children that young. So my mother said that it's okay, but why don't you just listen to him once, and if you still feel that it's not going to work out, then it's fine. I can take you to any of your disciples that you would suggest. So I sang whatever little I knew at that time, and after listening to that, he said, no, he's not going anywhere. You're coming to me from tomorrow. And that's how I started learning from him. I learned from him for about 8 years, and because of him, my foundations in music became very, very strong. I faced a phase of stagnation, that I could see that this is my limit of music, and I can do it a little better than what I'm doing right now. But I couldn't see beyond that. And that's when I chanced upon a book called Mukkam Vashi, which is a verbatim transcription of one of the workshops that Kumar Gandharva did in Vashi. And as I read that book, it sort of opened a completely new vista for me. And I never felt that, oh, you can look at music in this way. The lens that you look it through makes the picture different. So that's what happened when I started understanding Kumar Gandharva, that I started looking at music through a microscope. I was in a limited boundary. I was in a very tightly bound sort of atmosphere musically. And Kumar Gandharva gave me that, showed me the ways to break these boundaries. And I think that is what tradition is all about. Tradition is not a stagnant pool. And creativity happens when you break these boundaries, and how creatively you break the boundary is your virtuosity as a creative artist. I think every artist, if he's emulating something, 99% of the artists are following either a guru, either a gaiki, or a gharana. So they are following a template. They have not created their own template. It is only 1% of artists who create a new template for themselves. I don't claim to be in that 1%. I am in that 99%, but with the thought that I will make a template which is suitable for me from what I have got from my tradition and from Kumar Gandharva, from my gurus. I see a lot of faults in music of everybody, as I see good points in them. See, you have to, as I said, you have to analyze a person, a musician, when an analysis as we say in Hindi or Marathi, that it has no daya maya. So I am doing that for myself as I am doing it for Kumar Gandharva. So I don't subscribe to all the musical thoughts of Kumar Gandharva. I do leave out certain things from him also. And yes, in the whole process of finding your own voice or finding your own gaiki, there is a initial phase of copying. Then there is a phase of getting inspired, and then there is a phase of moving out of that and escaping that, and then creating your own template. I also feel that, for example, I am singing Maru Bihag 10 years back, and I am singing Maru Bihag today. So if I was 20 then and I am 30 now, my Maru Bihag also should be 30. If my Maru Bihag still remains 20, how will it work? So that rag has to grow with me. Only then you can call yourself an artist. Ideally, I would love to sing between two acoustic tanpuras. As Kumar Gandharva used to say, that tanpura is like, it's like my canvas on which I paint. When your canvas is white, starched, stretched and fit properly, my good points, my good strokes as well as my bad strokes, both are going to get highlighted. It's not just those 4 strings, it's not just the 3 notes. It is the intermixing of harmonics mixing and making more harmonics, that how many different notes can you hear from the tanpura is a riyaz in itself. I think apart from understanding all the other streams, different gharanas or different styles of music, it is equally important for you to understand yourself. So what are your strong points? What is your personality? What is your musical personality? What is your musical thought? What is your sense of aesthetics? And that sense has to be there all the time, even during the learning process, even from your own gurus. There is a way to learn also, which nobody teaches you. Gurus teach you, but they will not teach you how to learn. That is something that you have to learn by yourself on your own. And this process it's an ongoing process. I think it's not like you do it once in your life and then you're done with it. It's the selection process. It's ongoing.